What's good, Kings? I want to talk about insecurity. I think when you're retaining, for me at least, I feel more confident in myself. I feel like I can just be happy on my own. I feel closer to God because I'm being more pure. Like when I was more so in my wicked ways, I didn't feel that connection to the divine. And I don't want to complain. I just want to speak my truth, I guess. I mean, when I was a young kid, I got bullied, man. Like I was fat. My cousins would bully me and call me fat and stuff. Or like I used to have like an underbite, and I got surgery. I got surgery for my underbite, and I got bullied for that. So like, it's so easy to have others influence how you feel about yourself. But that's just another reason to retain, because when you're on SR, you feel less of a need to seek external validation. You feel internally validated because you know that you're doing the right thing. You feel happier on your own. I feel like I would rather be alone than to be with a group of people and still feel lonely, Have you guys ever felt like lonely, like in a crowded room? Like when I go to, when I'm in a crowd, when I went to the club, I felt lonely. I still felt alone. Even when I'm having dinner with like family, or like in the past with my friends or whatever, sometimes I still feel alone. Like throughout my years of school, like I truly never felt like I fitted in, no matter where I was, in high school, in college, or whatnot. I just feel like I never belonged anywhere. And because I feel like I have what's the word? I have like multiple identities, in the sense that like I'm American. I grew up in America, but I'm Vietnamese and Chinese. So, but when I went to Vietnam, they obviously look at me like I'm American. When I went to China for the first and only time, in like 2018, like they don't look at me like I'm Chinese. They look at me like I'm American. And when I'm in America, people look at me like I'm a foreigner, until I open my mouth, or the way you dress, people can get a sense of like whether you're American or not by like how assimilated you are. But yeah, I just never felt like I fitted in anywhere I went. But because I'm retaining, I feel like I'm doing the right thing and that I'm making God happy. So it's just that's what's important. Not seeking validation from people who don't know anything about me. Like I still don't truly know myself. I still haven't done enough work inward to truly know who I am, my purpose. Because it's just a lot of, I don't know if it's called shadow work, but it's just turning inward as opposed to looking externally for validation. And it's easy to get caught in that trap because I feel insecure that I'm not making enough money to be desired from women. I feel like my family, I have a big family. My mom has a lot of brothers and sisters, and I just feel like I'm not respected anywhere I go. I feel like women don't respect me because the modern woman, she desires money, and I obviously don't look wealthy. I don't drive the fastest car. I don't own a big house. I don't come from wealth, and it's just like I just feel like I'm not respected the way I wish I were respected. I don't have, like, I wish I had a higher socioeconomic status. I wish, all these things. And just wondering, like, to find the balance of that. Like, it's and if you're on social media, like, obviously you're going to feel less than when you're constantly comparing yourself to other people and their highlight reels. It's tough, man. Social media can be very toxic if you're not using it to your advantage. What's good, Kings? I'm honestly convinced that a lot of people are bots, dude. Like, I've noticed a pattern on YouTube that for a certain amount of views that people get, usually only around like 10% or less of people will like the content or the video. And it just seems like for me, I have a certain amount of returning viewers, but only like a small percentage of those viewers are subscribed or liking the content. So it's just like you can only assume that the rest of the people are haters. Like, why are people returning and watching the content but they're not showing support? Like, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just like it's just the truth. Like, why the f are people watching but not supporting or like liking, or but yet they're taking the time out of their day to watch the video. Like, if you're hating, like, why are you watching? Just like go do something else. Or like when I'm driving around, I see, for example, there could be 3 lanes, but most of the people, they're just like, either they're bots, like they're NPCs, or they're just like on autopilot and they're just not present in the moment, because there could be 3 lanes and one lane could be filled up with cars and nobody's going on the other available lanes. Like, what is going on, man? It's just like a weird thing you'll notice when you're retaining, for real.